Hey guys, it's me, and I'm going to show you how you can prepare for the new update, which I think on PC is coming tomorrow. My money's on tomorrow anyways. And console guys, you have a little bit more time, but you'll probably want more time, believe it or not, to prepare, because there's a lot you need for this update. So the first thing you want to gather for this update is a lot of weapon slots. You need so many weapon slots, okay? I have 24 here. The bare minimum you'd want for this update is 12 weapon slots and then 1 for arc gun. But the reason why I have 12, which is 2 of each, is so I can have 2 of the new Kuva weapons. Because, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Kuva weapons have random rolls, random bonuses, like on elemental damage. That could be heat, that could be cold, that could be magnetic. And they seem to vary from like 25 to the highest I saw was 52%, but they probably go even higher than that. And when the Kuva weapons drop from the Lich, they do not come with a weapon slot. And basically, what happens if you don't have a weapon slot, but you get a Kuva weapon, it will actually sit here in your foundry, ready for you to pick up. So keep that in mind. Now, the highlight of those Kuva weapons, the ones I'd pay attention to, are the Kuva Brak, the Kuva Kraken, believe it or not, and the Kuva Seer. These weapons are nuts with the stats they are getting. Now, of course, the stats we showed are subject to change. I'll link the Reddit post that has these in the description. So you want these Kuva weapons as well as the new Kuva Sniper. The new Kuva Sniper looks to be nuts. It has a base damage of about like 600. And to put that into perspective, the Daikyu has a base damage of around 700, but it's a bow. It can't get combo multiplier like a sniper can. Now, the sniper does shoot slow at like 1.17, but still, this could be the best sniper for Eidolons, as it has a 49% crit chance and a 2.3% crit multiplier. And we're not even talking about like the extra bonuses that it can get. If it gets like a heat bonus or electric bonus or even a radiation bonus, if that's possible, the sniper's the best sniper in the whole game. 17% status chance, a 9-round magazine, so that's a pretty big magazine for a sniper. And it has a pretty slow reload time, but you can fix that with arcane momentum. Now the stats for the other weapons that I mentioned here. So the Kuva Brak is going to have 29% crit chance, a 2.0 multiplier. It's going to have more range. It's going to have 3 meters of punch through. It's going to have more than double the magazine at 11. It's going to have a slightly slower reload time, but a 37% status chance. But it's getting its base damage like kind of a little bit lowered, but that's totally fine. That's worth the extra crit damage, the status chance, and the huge amount of punch through. And on top of that, the Brak has a 4-star disposition, so keep that in mind. The Kuva Kraken gets a new alt fire. Basically, bursts out the rest of the magazine. So think of the Pandero. Now, well, I'm thinking of the Pandero, but maybe it's going to be like it puts all of the X damage into one shot. I don't know. I'm assuming it's like the Pandero. But basically, it's getting a huge buff of 21% crit chance, 2.3 multiplier, a faster fire rate, a bigger magazine, a faster reload speed, and a 29% status chance, as well as a base damage increase. The Kuva Seer is getting a huge buff, as well as it's going to have 187 innate corrosive on it. It's going to have 21% crit chance, 1.9 crit multiplier, faster fire rate, a bigger magazine, faster reload speed, and 33% status chance. And as well as that huge bump of innate corrosive. The other weapon I'd look out for is the Kuva Comb. The Kuva Comb does not need a Riven or Modus setup to hit 100% status chance, but the Kuva Comb is going to have a slightly lower base damage, but a critical chance of 19, a critical multiplier of 2.5. It's going to have a little less range, but it's going to have a faster fire rate at 5, as a smaller magazine, but it has more status chance at 30% instead of 25. So you'll be able to hit 100% status chance, no problem with just mods. And even if you don't have a Riven, that's totally fine. You can hit 100% status chance. I do happen to have a Riven, and it's basically the best Riven you could get for this thing. Status chance and damage, but now it's more like just you don't need the status chance part anymore. Now that said, those are the weapons I'd look out for. Another thing you need is Virtuous Essence. However, you only need 25. Now this is for Grendel. Every part for his frame is going to require a key that you get from the arbitrations vendor. Now there are 25 Virtuous Essence each, but they are shareable. So basically, you're only going to want to purchase one of them and then into recruiting chat or with, like, say, your buddies. Every one of you gets, like, a different key, and then you just share it, and then you get Grendel, and that's easy. So only get 25. I only have 23. Now, another thing you definitely want for this update is Forma. You want so much Forma. Now, with the weapon slots I have, say if I were to have 2 of each role, and let's say I put 5 Forma on each weapon, I need 120 Forma. So I need so much Forma. Now, you get some Forma with the update because of the reworks to Vauban, Ember, and the melee, but you're going to want to save that Forma for them. Now, there is a few relics out there that have double Forma in them, but you need to farm as much Forma as you possibly can. Buy them if you have to, but it's the cheapest way is just to like rush them, but they take a day each, and you need a lot. Farm blueprints like mad, and just rush those, and that would be the fastest way. Also, there's also the music puzzle in the Lua tile set that will give you the Forma for doing it half the time, so be sure to be on the lookout for that as well. But yeah, the new Kuva weapons are going to be nuts. They're going to be the strongest weapons we've ever had in this entire game. The reason being is because of those random bonuses that they have, and that's huge. And so we're going to so you definitely want to farm multiple versions of these. Another thing you probably want to have ready for the update is some Kuva DNA on hand to make the new vampire cat. I've actually made another cat because I thought that you needed the cat to get infected by a wild vampire cat. I don't know how this works, but I'm basing this off of information I got from Primetime that we had last week, but be on the lookout for that too. However, with the update, they're buffing the amount of Kuva DNA that you are getting, 2 per Kuva to 3. Side note about the Parazon mods. The Parazon mods, the ones with the secret phrases and whatnot, those are consumable only. They are consumable, which means you're going to be farming the same mods kind of forever. But they do not consume the mods on a failure, so if you fail to assassinate the Kuva Lich, the mods won't be consumed, but only if you actually manage to successfully kill him will the mods be consumed, and you'll have to go farm them all over again. This is what you need to prepare for the new update. Anyway, that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.